Listen up as I share how we sabotage ourselves, destroy ourselves, talk ourselves out of the very things that we pray and hope and work for through self-sabotage. So I had to face the music that a lot of shit I've been experiencing or had experienced was due to the programming I received. And you receive programming from family, friends, and more predominantly the people that you're around and what you tell yourself on the inside. Not what you make up on social media, but what you put down there when ain't nobody looking, the true you that exudes and reflects, you know, who you are. It tells the truth of who you are and what's happening, between the games. Once I figured out, okay, you know, because you get so much of it, they tell you like only parts and pieces of shit. So initially, you find out that you got basically, if you're not living what you have, then I'm gonna summarize a lot of this shit on my channel that people charging hundreds and thousands of dollars. So to summarize it, you have a subconscious mind. You're putting things into play that, you know, that are not good for you and aren't healthy for you. So when I put those things in my mind that are like self-defeating and have me, losing my cool and having me act out of balance and having me just remain in those states. When I have things like that eventually come at me, okay, I figured it out. And they allow a lot of things that they tell us and sell us, they allow you to figure it out to a degree, not fully, but you get to figure it out to a degree. It's like you got a lot of screwed up shit in your subconscious mind, a lot of it. And most of it's not good, most of it's not serving you. So now what? You got to go to work to cleaning it. And I'm not finna prescribe a specific thing. Well, I could, in my description, I use the 15-minute manifestation, and it's basically a thing that goes into, you listen to the tape once each day, just 15 minutes, no crazy commitment. You don't have to learn how to levitate or meditate. And you listen to this. If you check the link in my description, you can get it. You listen to one track for 1 week, track 2 for the second week, track 3 for the third week. And it cleans your subconscious mind and reprograms it and implants for abundance, if that's what you're seeking, or just general well-being and doing well. And sounds weird, cool, but don't be no damn fool. I tell people this all the time, like, don't you sit and think that people that are ultra successful or have turned the tables in their life, interested or looking up, how can I make more? How can I get smarter? How can I have more energy? And you don't think that these people try different modalities and things that may seem strange to the general course of people? They do. Again, I started paying less attention to what the people that are living the life that I want have and more attention to what they're doing. When I go to these yoga retreats and meditations and things, you see the same folks there. Folks you wouldn't believe. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. And you're out here where? Vibing? I've been vibing with you. We've been walking around with no shoes on, eating fruits and vegetables, walking amongst nature for days. You'd be surprised. These people utilize these things, and they don't always talk about everything that they utilize either. One of the key components is tackling the study, the reprogramming, and the mastery of your mind. Your reality is your mind. Some people may not be willing to accept that right now, but this is where a lot of this shit starts at. This is where a lot of it starts, a lot of it ends, And a lot of it's going to begin for a lot of folks out here. The battle is in your mind. It's not in some system. And you can go work and twerk these damn systems to the max once you got yourself under control, once you got yourself under a powerful level of mastery. And you know, you don't have to do what I did, but what I did is I went on an assault of the mind and still do study the mind and figure out how this shit work. And it's like, the funny thing about it is some people will hear some of the stuff on my channel, and I get it. The message is not for you. It seems crazy. It seems like I'm talking about some wacky shit. But there's stuff that you can, that have, if you must have trust in official, legitimate sources, there is studies from, you know, doctors from systems that you honor talking about how mindset and mood and belief influences who we are and who we become. There's documented statements showing medical proof, observation of molecules, seeing that matter and molecules started to shift and change and perform differently under human eye observation. There are things in whole fields which you can take time to Google. If you want to go on a mind hunt journey, if you really want to go on a mind hunt journey, I'm going to do like Morpheus. I'm not going to unplug you too hard, but go look up quantum psychology. Actually, go get the book by Robert Anton Wilson, Quantum Psychology, if you want to just get started in rewiring your mind. Now, that shit is easier said than done because, baby, I've been trying to rewire my mind for millions and gazillions for a minute. It takes discipline because what I'm learning about the mind is that you think, okay, somebody's serving you up a program and you're going to reprogram your mind in a day. You got programmed over years. What mama would tell you about money and about getting ahead and what you were good for, what your friends and people you brought, you know, it didn't happen overnight. To believe that you were stupid, it took consistent programming. They didn't just say you're stupid and you just accepted stupidness and you just became that. You heard it over many times. It was reinforced. And a lot of times, especially with this woke and conscious and personal development, metaphysical shit, we look at our transformation as a one-time event. Transformation is over time. You look different over the years of time that you live. Your transformation is just not like a quinceanera or a freaking going to prom and now you're enlightened. It's a transformation process. But that doesn't sell classes easy. You feel me? Like the quick, I get it. I'm not hating on it. It's just, I just like to be transparent on the channel is that people would rather get a magic pill and get a magic pill for something outside of themselves when this battle to success and all this shit, the balance in your mind. It ain't them people on your job. It ain't them people in your community. And I'm realizing that shit because I was a chronic blamer of everybody. Oh, it's this person's doing this. Oh, this is why I'm having to experience that. Hear your mind. Research the new sciences of the mind. You know, you can research the latest pair of Jordans, but why wouldn't you research the latest sciences of how to manipulate your mind to believe you ain't no damn loser? And it's the process. I keep saying a process because you have to repeatedly tell yourself you're worthy after you spent, you know, how can you spend 20, 30 years being told and reinforced that you're not worthy, and, you know, not to get biblical, but you've been tricked out of your birthright. Abundance is naturally us. I'm supposed to be sitting here in a green field eating fruits and drinking balls of water and sharing my thoughts and looking out upon the earth. Why wouldn't I have that right? But so many people, you know, cut their self out of it just due to mental belief. You don't, just by feeling you don't deserve it. And you've been told 20, 30 years that you're unworthy, you're not good enough. And for you to have a one coronation ceremony, one day of saying affirmations that you're worthy and you're mad because you're saying that it didn't work or it didn't shift or you're looking crazy because shit didn't shift for you in a month of telling yourself you're worthy after you spent 300 and some months being told that you ain't shit and you ain't worth it. It's not going to happen instantly. And I think the failure that I experienced early on in my search for personal development was, my folly was I was thinking it was that one time event. And I was thinking it was an external thing that I needed to manipulate and change to, you know, make myself, you know, improve or be better. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good book that, you know, where we talk about process. I read it years ago. It was by Joyce Meyer. It was called The Battlefield of the Mind. And, you know, I'm not ascribing to everything. I'm in my own lane. Joyce Meyer's in their own lane. But one of the great benefits that was explained in that book, it was that how even after, and I may be getting this wrong, but to the effect is that when Moses was leading his people from freedom, when he got Pharaoh to let the people go, it was something that it was a journey that was supposed to take 14 days from where they were going to where they were supposed to be, but it ended up taking them 30 years due to folly and foolish things instead of energizing and creating and connecting with that power source within them and realizing that but they fooled with idols, they fooled with trinkets and obscurities. And I'm not trying to preach no morality, but they fooled with bullshit that was not in alignment to where God was taking them to go. That's the story. And how many of us, I have been out here living the journey, hopping from lotion to potion, class to class, none of the shit working, been searching to be rich. I'm 38. I've been out here in the game for riches since I was for 20 years, 22 years, and ain't got close to it. Then damn went under a few times. So, you know, where is the science? I had got fed up and I'm like, okay, where is this shit at? And it's like the battle is on the mind. And how do I start attacking this mind? And a lot of us, again, I feel like those people that was now being led to freedom, it was something that was supposed to take you to get to where you're supposed to get a shorter time. But due to us fooling with these trinkets and this shit that don't mean nothing, it takes us 20, 30 years to finally get to certain points. The good thing is, don't feel bad if it took you a while to get to a point. Don't feel bad because you got some folks gonna come down here and live and ain't gonna learn a damn thing. At least you learned something. Even if it took you 20, 30 years to learn, hey, don't play with that now. Good. You did learn the lesson and you can move forward with that knowledge. But the battle was the mind. While I was playing with these trinkets, it was me. It still is me. Any indiscrepancies that I have now, it's on me. But how much effort and time do we put into us? And we make time for everything out here but ourselves. Everything out here, we make time for it but ourselves. I had a spiritual brother explain something to me. And one of the good things with my spiritual brothers and sisters is we're not here to overplay, to see who knows the most knowledge. We share knowledge. And they were sharing the principle. You know how they say like the 10% in church when you tithe? You know, that 10% you give 10%, and people do it, you know, in the form of money and a little more, which is fine. Okay. But what about 10% to yourself? We don't even get out of a 24-hour day. We won't even give ourselves a 30-minute bubble bath. We want to give ourselves a 10-minute meditation becomes crazy and obscure. It seems to be out of this world to do that for ourselves. And if we're not giving ourselves time, how can we, you know, we don't have time to develop. And I had to make time and still studying and having to make time for the use of my mind and how I can use this, because I'm gonna tell you something. I've gotten a chance to get around some people that know about this shit. Whether you believe this message ain't for everybody, if you still going, it may be for you, you know, and again, it may not. But it's some people out here know shit. What's his name? Craig Robinson said, I seen it. Oh, I seen it. There are some people that are living fantastic lives, getting up and doing qigong every day, meditating in the park, getting in nature, taking long, deep breaths. Thing I need to learn, letting shit go. Don't do what I did and many are doing and many will continue to do and neglect yourself. You got to clear your mind out. Quick resource, check the description, the 15-minute manifestation. Clear that subconscious mind out and start reinstalling. It's like a computer program. You're deleting these old programs and you're reinstalling new programs. That's the simple thing, and you don't have to go that far. But you do need tools and resources because there were things that were hammered on you that beat you into believing whatever that bullshit in that life that you don't live. It was things that were you had to be told you was ugly every day. So why wouldn't you have some kind of modality, a tape or something you got playing while you sleep or walk about the day telling you that you're worthy and that you're beautiful? You see what I'm saying? Like these, while these things weren't tools, they were avenues, and you have to use avenues to reprogram. It ain't just, oh, like they tell us in self-help, oh, just get rid of the negative thoughts. Oh, just release it. Oh, just let it go. No, you got to release that shit and you got to reprogram that shit. Okay, you cleared, because that's what I like about the 15-minute manifestation, because it's a 3-step program. It's the first step is it cleans it during the first week, gets all that negative shit. Second one, it starts reaffirming you with things that are of success and wealth and belief in yourself and empowerment. And then the third one, it starts reinforcing that, where it constantly energizes and feeds from those things. These are tools, because there was an onslaught of shit that had to tell you wasn't worthy and you wasn't shit and you weren't good enough. It was an onslaught of that shit. It just wasn't just one person, one thing. The mama told you was stupid. The teachers told you was stupid. They laughed at you in class. All these things which, we try to sweep away and hide through cool Instagram posters and showing folks that we in Jamaica, or you trying to hide it behind a Dior bag. These are real things that eventually, as you start to deal with, will empower you to be out here, to know that once you take over the mind, it's any system, any program, any of this shit out here you can manifest, any of this shit out here you can master. But how are you going to master this other shit that's out here and you haven't mastered yourself? So I enjoyed kicking it with you and sharing, this to maybe inspire you to go studying your mind, to maybe you take an immediate step to go get the 15-minute manifestation, 15 minutes a day, a 3-week program. It's under $30. Nothing crazy. It's an audio. You can put it to your phone, your home, whatever, your car. I wouldn't suggest doing it while you're driving, but you know, and getting in a study of quantum psychology and how the brain works, and being up to breast on more than just the latest sales program, but up on the, it's good to have that, because you want to be up to the knowledge on your career or things that are pertinent to your career. But when you got a 10% working on your brain and your mindset, and 90% on this new Amazon, FBA, whatever bullshit cryptocurrency program, and you ain't working on your mind, come on now. What good would come from that? Go out there and get to work on your mind. I enjoyed hanging with you. Hopefully this message connected with you. If it did, you can go ahead and subscribe. I have many other videos. And I'll see y'all the next time we hang out. And hopefully you have a new perspective and I've got your gears turning about putting some effort on discovering how your mind works, and whatever level that can be. That can be metaphysical, spiritual, personal development, self-help, conscious, woke, or people that are, if you're locked in on the medical facts, go check out some Dr. Joe Dispenza books and sit and read how an actual doctor in systems and different areas, and this is international, how people are using the mind, and how start to feed that mind and learn them little skills and them sciences. It's skills and sciences for attainment, and things that folks be using to keep their self going, like, and with the advent of, where we are now with YouTube, when you can just YouTube something and it opens up a whole cadre of, oh wow, I didn't know that You know, I could make this, and that happen. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. You can learn how to do any damn thing on YouTube. I think just, you know, at some point it's just you just being too damn lazy for not getting it. And even if you don't want to read books and stuff, it's so much stuff on YouTube here and many other places that go in depth, whatever, however it needs to look for you. And however you pick is right, but get to studying this mind, because the mind, while it looks like it's not much of anything, it can be used for you, and it is being used for you in a lot of cases. But there are people that know about this mind and they can use it against you. And there are people that are using this mind to manipulate people and you out of things into behaviors. There's people who live grand lives off of the lower level knowledge that others are, you know, I've been included in that population, that shit that we don't even know about. We don't know about, you know, delayed rewards. We don't be thinking about shit like that. So in the words, you know, Parliament, free your mind and your ass will follow. Get the mind right. Systems, programs will come, and even if you can't access the systems or programs, wouldn't you want to get involved with something that could provide you the ability to operate no matter what? You know, I don't know. We having these different thoughts, but see y'all the next time we hang out. Peace.